Permaculture stems from the words permanent and agriculture. In other words, permaculture is agriculture designed to be permanently sustainable into the future. More generally, permaculture refers to the planting and harvesting of food in a way that is healthy for the environment. It emphasizes biodiverse ecosystems, which are the presence of many different healthy plants and animals over harmful planting practices that can damage the environment. It's the idea that agriculture can be conducted in a way that is both eco-friendly and productive.
Let's talk about some examples of permaculture. Imagine a garden with a pond. The fish in the pond create nutrients for the plants in the garden. The plants clean the water in the pond. Maybe there could be a rain barrel in the garden, which collects rain and can be used to water the plants. A technique called mixed cropping could also be used in the garden, which means that different kinds of plants are planted together. If you look outside, you see many different kinds of plants all living together. If we plant our crops like this, it will be better for the environment. For example, corn, beans, and squash are often planted together. The corn grows tall and straight. The beans need to grow upwards and so can grow around the tall corn. Beans also help to add nutrients to the soil. Squash plants have large leaves that help to shade the ground and keep the soil wet. Planting these three crops together is more efficient and better for the environment than planting each separately.
Many permaculture practices come from indigenous traditions, and it's important to recognize that indigenous people helped create what we're learning today. Indigenous people include Native Americans and other people who lived in a certain place first. The first permaculture farmers were indigenous people in places like Australia and the Americas. They made sure that their way of farming respects and takes care of the planet, like the planet takes care of us. Indigenous farming traditions emphasize that there's a relationship between humans and the planet, and that we both have to be good to each other. Learning from the first people to use permaculture helps us understand which permaculture techniques to use and how to create a healthy, sustainable environment.
You can find examples of permaculture in many places in New Haven, in community gardens or people's backyards. People who have experience with permaculture often teach classes for other people who are interested in learning more about it. One of these people is Sven Pill. Sven founded Connecticut Edible Ecosystems, and he is a permaculture educator based in Connecticut. He works on designing gardens and landscapes for homes, school campuses, and public spaces. He helped to construct a community garden on Greenwood Street in New Haven during the summer of 2013.